Welcome to another session in Microsoft Access Databases with Mr. TJ Zenda here, and today we are looking at how best we can assign the input mask in our database table using Microsoft Access. So I want us to think of a person who designs a database, and this person wants to force the user to insert data in a particular way. So this can actually be done using what we call an input mask. What is an input mask? An input mask is a code which is put into the field properties of a specific field during the creation of a table in design view. It is advantageous to force the format as it improves the readability and validity of the data and can in some instances also improve the speed of data capture. So this is what we are going to look at today. So remember what I said in terms of this input mask. We said this input mask, it is a string of characters that indicates the format of valid input values. Okay, so we want to look at the two parts, mostly the two parts of the input mask, which is the compulsory part and the optional part. So we are going to look at these codes. We have many codes that we have in in database, but for the purpose of this session, we are just going to look at some few codes, and we are going to cover some of the codes as long as we are going to do our revision. We are going to have more codes that we are going to cover in this in this course. Okay, but for the sake of this session, I'm just going to cover the few. Okay, so if you want to make use of a compulsory digit, this is the code 0 there that you are going to use. So 0, it is showing us that the digit is compulsory, and this 9, it is a code, right, which shows that the digit is optional. We have letters L for compulsory letters, and then the question mark for optional letters. In terms of letters, in a place where we are not sure whether we are going to insert a digit or a letter, then we can make use of capital letter A for compulsory letters or digits, then small letter a for optional letters or digits. Okay, for characters or space, we are going to make use of the ampersand and the capital letter C for optional. Okay, let's look at some few again that we have here. Few characters. Okay, so if I want to convert the characters into uppercase, I'll use this symbol, the greater than symbol, then the less than symbol if I want to convert the characters to lowercase. If I want to display the text literally, I'm going to make use of these double quotes. Backward slash if I want to display one character literally, so I'm going to make use of the backward slash. Let's look at the few examples that I have here. Okay, so look at this car registration number CF197888. So we want to convert this car registration number into codes that we are going to look at today. So we have CF here, so maybe we have a field of cars with this same format, the first two letters and the 6 digits, which are compulsory. So what we are going to do is we are going to turn to design view. Under our input mask, we make sure that for compulsory letters, we are going to make use of this L, and then for compulsory digits, we are going to make use of this 0 code here. So that's why we are having 6 0 codes here, okay, which represents that the digits are compulsory. We are going to apply them very soon, and you know how you are going to apply them. Okay, this is the passport number. Okay, first 2 letters which are compulsory, represented by the L there, and also we have 6 compulsory digits, and the last one there, it simply means that it's optional. Maybe we have some few citizens who are carrying a passport with 7 digits instead of 6, so we want to also accommodate passports with 7 digits, so the 9 there becomes optional to accommodate the 7th digit. Okay, the date format. Okay, and this is what we are going to make use of. So this is our input mask in database. Let's go to our database. Let's open our database. So here we are in datasheet view. Okay, this is our datasheet view. So let's look at this part, our car registration number here. So in our car registration number, if you look at the trend here, right, we have the first 3 compulsory letters followed by 3 compulsory digits and then 2 compulsory letters, and most of these letters are in caps. Okay, so you can actually check. So what we need to do, we are going to create our input mask in design view. So let me switch to design view. I am sure you now know how to switch around datasheet view and design view. So we are going to design view. So our registration number is here. So for every field name, we have field properties. So this field name registration number is the one that is active now. You can see it by this yellow color here, which simply means that it is the active field. Okay, so under our field properties, that's where we have our input mask. So remember what we said, our car registration numbers, they do have 3 compulsory letters. Okay, so I'm going to put 3 compulsory letters using L. L represents compulsory letters, and 3 compulsory digit. So for every compulsory digit, we are going to make use of code 0. So we have 3. So I'm going to have 1, 2, 3. Okay, and lastly we have 2 compulsory letters. So this is what I have. Okay, so this is for compulsory digits. Okay, right, but we want to make sure that these letters are in caps. So what we can do, we can actually put the greater than symbol under our format there. Okay, so you can actually do this, or what you can actually do is in the same part of the input mask there, you can actually add your greater than symbol to make sure that all your characters are converted to uppercase. So this is what you can actually do. So we are done with the registration number of these cars. Okay, so if we go back to our datasheet view, okay, right, let me see on this one. Now I have actually converted my keyboard to lowercase. Let's say the first letter there, or the first 2 letters there, the first letter there, I want to insert a number. Can you see that? I'm clicking on my keyboard, I'm clicking 9 on my keyboard, but it's not allowing me. Why? Because this is the place for a compulsory letter there. But if I add small letter a there, that a is actually converted to uppercase capital letter A there, right? So we are applying our input mask, right? So it was L there. So this is how we are going to make use of input mask. Let's go to the cell number. In our cell number field, these digits, most of them, they are 10 digits. Okay, let's switch to design view, and we want to jump to cell number. Right, under cell number, what do we have? Input mask under field properties. So we have 10, right? So I'm going to count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is the code that we are going to make use of for our compulsory digits. Okay, so some of the codes that we have covered and which we have not applied here, we are going to look at them as we are going to revise. Okay, but just for the purpose of building the foundation, this is very, very important. But it is just the same thing. For example, if you want to make use of a compulsory number here, maybe we have some digits which have 11 digits and we want to accommodate them, then you can add the 9 there. Okay, or maybe at the beginning we also have some numbers. Maybe we are looking at the country code, we want our number to start with +27, so we can add we can add the ampersand to make sure that the character is inserted there. Okay, so I can add the ampersand there depending on the information that I have in that particular field. Okay, so this is what you are going to do. But in some cases we have built-in input mask. If you just take your cursor on this part where we have 3 dots here, and if you can click on those 3 dots, you are going to have your input mask wizard, which input mask matches how you want your data to look like. Okay, so these are various types of input masks that are built in. So depending on your information, you can just actually choose from these. Okay, the phone number, if you have a country code, then you can take this format, right? Next there, and from there you have the placeholder character. How do you want your numbers to be to be spaced? So we have this one, but we also have some other forms there of placeholder characters. Okay, so we are taking the first one. Okay, then we go to next, right? Do we want our phone number to be without the symbol there? We want it to have the symbol there. Okay, then we say next and then say finish. So look at this part, and this is what we are going to have. Okay, this is what we are going to have, right? So it depends on the information that you have. Okay, depending on the information that you have in that particular field. So we are going to cover some of the other codes there in our next sessions when we do revision, but for now you need to know how to navigate to your input mask, which is under your field properties for each and every field name that you have here. Okay, so this is what you need to know.